Caleb Davis Bradham was born in 1867, in a time when the United States was still recovering from the Civil War. The country was undergoing significant changes, and the South, in particular, was grappling with the aftermath of the conflict. Caleb's birth in this era meant he was part of a generation that would witness and contribute to the rebuilding and transformation of the nation. A child of the rural South, Caleb's early years were shaped by the landscapes and communities of the post-war southern United States. The rural South was characterized by its agricultural economy, with vast fields and small towns dotting the countryside. Life was simple yet challenging, and the values of hard work and resilience were deeply ingrained in the people. He grew up in a small town in North Carolina, a place where everyone knew each other and community ties were strong. His family wasn't wealthy, but they instilled in him the values of hard work and determination. The Bradham family lived modestly, but they were rich in love and support for one another. Caleb's parents worked tirelessly to provide for their children, teaching them the importance of perseverance and integrity. Even as a boy, Caleb showed a curious mind and a desire to make something of himself. He was often found with his nose buried in a book, eager to learn about the world beyond his small town. His curiosity knew no bounds, and he was always asking questions. Seeking to understand the mysteries of life, he dreamed of a life beyond the farm, a life where he could make a difference in the world. The vast fields and open skies of North Carolina fueled his imagination, and he often envisioned himself achieving great things. Caleb's dreams were not just idle fantasies, they were the driving force behind his determination to succeed. Caleb's intelligence was evident from a young age. He had a natural aptitude for learning, and his teachers quickly recognized his potential. In the classroom, he was a standout student, always eager to participate and excel in his studies. His passion for knowledge was infectious, inspiring those around him. He excelled in his studies, showing a particular aptitude for science and mathematics. These subjects fascinated him, and he spent countless hours poring over textbooks and conducting experiments. Caleb's dedication to his education was unwavering, and he was determined to use his knowledge to make a positive impact on the world. His parents, recognizing his potential, encouraged his academic pursuits. They saw in Caleb a bright future and were committed to supporting his dreams. Their encouragement was a source of strength for Caleb, giving him the confidence to pursue his ambitions with vigor. They scrimped and saved to provide him with the best education possible, hoping to give him the tools he needed to pursue his ambitions. Despite their limited means, they made sacrifices to ensure that Caleb had access to the resources and opportunities he needed to succeed. Their unwavering support and belief in his potential were the foundation upon which Caleb built his future. Caleb Bradham had a noble ambition. He wanted to be a doctor. He saw the power of medicine to heal and to ease suffering. It was a calling he felt deep within his soul. To pursue this dream, he enrolled at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, eager to immerse himself in the world of science and medicine. Medical school was a challenge, both intellectually and financially. Caleb studied tirelessly, poring over textbooks and attending lectures. He was a dedicated student, eager to absorb all the knowledge he could. But fate, it seemed, had other plans for him. The financial strain on his family proved too great. Caleb was forced to drop out of medical school before graduating, his dreams temporarily dashed. Undeterred by this setback, Caleb returned to North Carolina. He was a man of resilience and determination, qualities that would serve him well in the years to come. North Carolina, with its rich history and vibrant communities, was the perfect place for Caleb to start anew. The state had a burgeoning healthcare sector, and Caleb saw an opportunity to make a meaningful impact. He wasn't a doctor, but he could still pursue a career in healthcare. Caleb had always been passionate about science and medicine, and he knew that he could use his knowledge to help others. He decided to become a pharmacist, a profession that would allow him to combine his love for science with his desire to serve his community. He became a pharmacist, using his scientific knowledge to dispense medicine and provide care to his community. In those days, pharmacists were highly respected members of society, often serving as the first point of contact for people seeking medical advice. Caleb took this responsibility seriously, always striving to provide the best possible care to his customers. He opened a drugstore in New Bern, North Carolina, a place where he could use his skills to make a difference. The drugstore quickly became a cornerstone of the community, a place where people could come not only for their medical needs, but also for a friendly chat and a sense of camaraderie. Caleb's warm personality and dedication to his work made him a beloved figure in Newbern. It was in the back room of his drugstore, surrounded by bottles and potions, that Caleb stumbled upon his next great adventure. This room, filled with the scents of various herbs and chemicals, became his personal laboratory. Here, Caleb could let his imagination run wild, experimenting with different ingredients and formulations. He had always been fascinated by chemistry, and he enjoyed experimenting with different flavors and concoctions. The process of mixing and matching ingredients, observing their reactions, and tweaking formulas was endlessly intriguing to him. It was a creative outlet that allowed him to combine his scientific knowledge with his love for innovation. In 1893, he created a new drink, a blend of cola nuts, sugar, and other ingredients. This was no ordinary beverage. It was a carefully crafted concoction designed to be both refreshing and invigorating. Caleb spent countless hours perfecting the recipe, ensuring that each ingredient was balanced to create the perfect flavor. He called it Brad's drink, a refreshing and invigorating tonic. The drink quickly gained popularity among his customers, who appreciated its unique taste and energizing effects. Word of mouth spread, and soon people from neighboring towns were coming to Newbern just to try Brad's drink. Little did he know this simple beverage would change his life forever. What started as a small experiment in the back room of his drugstore would eventually become a global phenomenon. Caleb Bradham's journey from pharmacist to beverage innovator is a testament to the power of curiosity, creativity, and perseverance. His story reminds us that sometimes the most extraordinary achievements come from the most unexpected places. Brad's drink was a hit with customers at his drugstore soda fountain. People loved its unique taste and the energy boost it provided. They came back for more, spreading the word throughout New Bern. Caleb, recognizing the potential of his creation, decided to rename it Pepsi-Cola, a nod to its purported digestive benefits. The popularity of Pepsi-Cola spread like wildfire. Caleb couldn't keep up with demand. He expanded his operation, bottling and selling Pepsi-Cola throughout North Carolina. He had tapped into something special, a product that resonated with people's desire for a delicious and refreshing beverage. In 1902, he officially incorporated the Pepsi-Cola Company, taking a leap of faith and embarking on a new chapter in his life. The early 1900s were a time of great promise for Pepsi-Cola. The company grew rapidly, expanding its reach across the United States. Caleb Bradham was living the American dream. His success was a testament to his hard work, his entrepreneurial spirit, and his belief in his product. But then the world plunged into chaos. World War I brought unprecedented challenges to businesses across the globe. For Pepsi-Cola, the war proved devastating. The cost of sugar, a key ingredient in Pepsi, skyrocketed due to wartime shortages. Caleb, unable to pass on the increased costs to consumers, struggled to keep his company afloat. Despite his best efforts, Pepsi-Cola was forced into bankruptcy in 1923. The bankruptcy of Pepsi-Cola was a crushing blow for Caleb Bradham. It was more than just a financial loss. It was the collapse of a dream he had nurtured with unwavering dedication. The company he had built from the ground up with his own hands and vision was now slipping away, leaving him in a state of despair. He had poured his heart and soul into building his company. Every waking moment was spent thinking about how to improve his product, how to reach more customers, and how to make Pepsi-Cola a household name. His office was a testament to his hard work, filled with notes, plans, and dreams that now seemed futile. Now it seemed his dreams were once again shattered. The storefronts that once proudly displayed his creation were now closed, the bustling activity replaced by an eerie silence. The vibrant energy that once surrounded his business had dissipated, leaving behind a void that was hard to fill. But Caleb was not a man who gave up easily. He had faced adversity before, and he knew that giving up was not an option. His determination was like a flame that refused to be extinguished, even in the darkest of times. He stood tall, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. He had faced adversity before, and he would face it again with the same determination that had brought him initial success. He knew that the road to success was never smooth, and it was the bumps and hurdles that made the journey worthwhile. His mind was a whirlwind of thoughts, but amidst the chaos there was a clear resolve to rise again. Caleb returned to his roots, to the familiar comfort of his pharmacy. The place where it all began, where he first experimented with flavors and concoctions, The pharmacy was more than just a business. It was a sanctuary, a place where he could find solace and clarity. Here, he could reconnect with his passion for helping others. He continued to serve his community, dispensing medicine and offering a kind word to his customers. His interactions with the people who relied on him for their health and well-being reminded him of the impact he could still make. Each smile, each word of gratitude was a small victory, a reminder that he still had a purpose. Though he had lost his fortune, he had not lost his spirit. His smile, though tinged with the weight of his losses, still held a spark of hope. He knew that material wealth was fleeting, but the strength of the human spirit was enduring. His hope was a beacon, guiding him through the storm. He had learned valuable lessons from his experience with Pepsi-Cola, lessons about the unpredictable nature of business and the importance of adaptability. He realized that success was not just about having a great product, but also about being able to navigate the ever-changing tides of the market. His notes were now filled with new ideas, new strategies, and a renewed sense of purpose. He continued to believe in the potential of his creation, even as others had written it off. The memorabilia that once symbolized his success now served as a reminder of what he was capable of achieving. He knew that the essence of Pepsi-Cola was still alive, and with the right approach, it could rise again. His journey was far from over, and he was ready to embrace the next chapter with the same passion and determination that had defined his life.